Namaste to all. In this short audio, we will understand 8 types of marriage from Manusmriti. Really interesting article I read in one of the book. And also in the website vedmandir.com, my Acharya has beautifully explained about the 8 types of marriages. Before that, we will understand Manu Bhagavan is giving a beautiful advice that girls and boys of these families should never be accepted for matrimony. What are those? Number 1, the family deprived of good conduct and behavior. The family in which any good and characteristic personality has not taken existence. The family wherein there is no man of distinguished intellect and wisdom. The family which has virus of piles inheritance. The family which has the affection of tuberculosis. The family which is the victim of abdominal diseases caused by defect of indigestion. The family which is affected by fits. The family with white spots on the skin. And lastly, the family which has leprosy. The girls and boys of such families should never be accepted for matrimony. Now let's understand the 8 types of marriages. The 8 types of marriages are Brahma Vivaha, Deva Vivaha, Arsha Vivaha, Prajapati Vivaha, Asura Vivaha, Gandarva Vivaha, Rakshasa Vivaha and Pishacha Vivaha. So the first 4 are superior compared to the rest 4. The first 4 are Brahma Vivaha, Deva Vivaha, Arsha Vivaha and Prajapati Vivaha. Brahma Vivaha means in that marriage a learned, characteristic and compatible man is married with a girl who is well dressed and ornamented, and for whom the bridegroom is selected and accepted by herself. This is called a Swayamvar in the earlier days. And this kind of marriages, there is no give and take between the two parties. The next type of marriage is Deva Vivaha. After performing a great yajna by calling the great learned men to participate therein to give the well-dressed and well-ornamented and beautiful girl to the learned man conducting the yajna is called as Deva Vivaha or Deva Marriage. The third one is Arsha Marriage. Arsha Marriage is basically without taking from or without giving to anything to the either of the parties, the marriage is performed with homa or yajna. The bride is given to the bridegroom and they get married. This is called as Arsha Vivaha. The fourth one is Prajapati Vivaha. In this marriage, actually, the marriage ceremony happens in the presence of learned people, and the duties, the rules and responsibilities of both bride and bridegroom is well explained from the Ved mantras with the meanings by the learned people to both of them. And in this marriage also, no bribing is there. That means Varadakshana. The girl party giving to boy and vice versa does not take place. This is called as Prajapati Vivaha. The fifth one is called as Asura Vivaha. Asura Vivaha means where basically there are terms and conditions for marriage to take place. I need one car, I need one bike, I need one house, I need this, that, etc. are the demands from the boy side, and vice versa. In some tradition in India, there is also a tradition where the boy has to give something to the girl side. So when this give and take happens, it is called as Asura Vivaha. The sixth one is called as Gandarva Marriage. In this marriage, the union of the girl and boy on their own mutual accord and acceptance of the fact in their minds by them that they are now a husband and wife. This is basically based on the sentiments of passion. So this is called as Gandarva Vivaha. Let's say love marriage, register marriage, boy and girl run away from the home and then they do love marriage and register marriage in these days is, we can say, as Gandarva Vivaha. The seventh one is to kidnap the girl physically by killing, cutting and cleaving the men opposing such an act, and marry that girl in the condition of crying, trembling, fearing and abusing is called as Rakshasa Marriage. Forceful marriage by using force and fear, marrying the girl is called as Rakshasa Vivaha. The last one is of course prohibited, but this is also called as marriage because the relationship happens here also. So Manu Bhagavan says to defile a girl in sleep, in lunacy, in the state of intoxication in a lonely place is known as Paishacha marriage, and it is very low and most demoralized and full of all sorts of blames and blemishes among all the marriages. So this is like raping a woman. This is strictly prohibited and highly punishable offense in the Vedic era. A person who is behaving, molesting or raping a woman is awarded death punishment on the same day, either by burning him on the streets or by tying that man to an iron bed and heating the iron bed to 1000+ degrees centigrade, where that guy will die out of pain and heat. That is the kind of punishment mentioned in the Yajurveda for the rapist. So these are the 8 types of marriage, and if you want to be a ardent Vedic follower, at least we should try to avoid give and take, bribing, etc. in the marriage. That is called as Asura Vivaha. We should always try to go the superior one, where we invite a Yogeshwar, we invite Rishi Munis, we take blessings from them, we perform yajna with Ved mantras. Today most of the marriage happens, they perform yajna, but those mantras, many of them are man-made shlokas, which is not tallying with the Vedic knowledge. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om.